All right, Coach, second round of the playoffs and alive again on Thanksgiving weekend. How much of a blessing is it? I know it's hard just to get into the playoffs, but to continue to be practicing on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, complete blessing. I think you asked me last week about my plans for Thanksgiving, and I had to go back and look, but minus 2020, in which we didn't play because of COVID. Um, we've had Thanksgiving with the team all the way back. The last time we didn't was 2013 when we were 8-3 and didn't make the playoffs. So it's quite a blessing. One, because not always, you know, you, you could be in the playoffs and still lose in the first round, and then you don't get to play on Thanksgiving. So we've been able to play on Thanksgiving for 8 straight seasons, and we're feel very blessed to be able to do that.
How do the weather conditions, you get a nice week, and I know it might not be like this the rest of the way if you continue on, but how does this maybe re-energize you guys just to practice for this week?
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a crybaby, but a week ago, last Saturday, I'm not talking about the past Saturday, but Saturday before that, we were in a snowstorm at Wayne State for the game. And then on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of practices, it was literally snow the whole time, played Saturday in a snowstorm. So that's 6 straight days, counting the Wayne State game, where we had to endure challenging conditions. So today with the sun and it sounds like it's supposed to be pretty decent on Saturday. So it's great just because it's so challenging on your mentality to try to get focused during those rough winter like days. And so we're looking forward to Saturday and some nice conditions.
And this is a Pittsburg State team that is a pretty great team. They beat that Northwest Missouri State program that you guys seem to always run into, and they're 11-0 this year. What have you seen from them that has allowed them to have so much success?
Yeah, they're great. Our bracket is wild, so I just think about the fact that Pittsburg State could be Ohio State, and Grand Valley could be Michigan, and Northwest Missouri State could be Georgia, and whoever else makes that Final Four, with us and being one of those teams. So it's just a powerhouse region, and Grand Valley won the region, beat us by 1. Northwest got beat by Pittsburg State by 2, and so just comparing scores and things like that, it's pretty crazy. So great teams, just all great teams, and Pittsburg State definitely has done a nice job. They got a new coach a few years ago, and he's really elevated them, and they're for real, and a real threat. Coming here, and we got to play really great to beat them.
And you guys are ranked 5th, they're 4th. What is the importance of being able to have this game at home when it's so evenly matched on paper?
Yeah, blessed to feel like we were the number 2 seed. So it's nice. We've had our opportunities to go on the road in the playoffs and did pretty well, but last year in the national championship run, the only game we played on the road was in Texas, and so obviously that was a blessing to go to Texas. So and play in the national championship game. So other than that, we've been good at home. Harrison will say our road record's better than our home record, which is true, but in the playoffs, it's a great opportunity to play home, and that has a lot to do with just our strength of schedule was extraordinarily good. Thank you to Central Washington and to Findlay and to Lenore-Rhine. Those teams really had great seasons, and those are non-conference games, which allowed us to really lift our strength of schedule.
And Oladipo was saying that this might be the best quarterback you guys have faced this year. What have you seen from him that is so dangerous?
Yeah, he's very gifted. He's from Florida in Jacksonville area, Bartram Trail High School, and he's just a really savvy player. Bartram Trail actually, I went in there and recruited last spring. They do a nice job of, working a good pass system with a good balanced run, and you can tell he's been really well schooled to be a really good quarterback, and so he's a threat. their coach, does a really nice job with their system, their offensive system, and so we're going to have to manage big plays. Obviously, that's always a big fear, and then him just being a playmaker. So that's going to be a concern, absolutely.
And Coach, can you just talk about a little bit more about the team? As far as this team, how does it compare to some of the better opponents that you have faced this year so far?
Yeah, this team is as good as any team we've played this year, and they, like I said, the teams that are still alive in our region are all teams that have hope to win the region, and so they're a huge threat. First off, the MIAA is a great conference, and ironically, we've played the MIAA champion from 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, and now 22. And so we've played them every year, and so it's pretty wild that, again, we have to play the champion, and Grand Valley's got to play the team that was second in the league, and so that's kind of how it is.
And just quickly going back to the whole weather thing, obviously, it has been a very, very cold and blustery, and playing through all that and practicing through all that, has the team gotten stronger, and how much of a big advantage is that for a team coming up to the Michigan cold?
Yeah, I feel like this team every year, I don't know what it is, but they know what's at stake. So we always elevate in the playoffs. We've always been able to do that, and so it's awesome to see how locked in we are in practice, and I guess my concern, I told the guys this the other day, my concern during the regular season is, how do we keep it going every week? And we're able to be, so far 10-1, and so in the playoffs, I don't have to really be that motivator. They know what's at stake. It's win or go home. As far as Pittsburg State goes and weather, it gets cold there. I don't think they face the snow games that we face, but it's been cold, and they're going to be good in any weather. I mean, this time of year, every team that's still playing is going to be good in any kind of weather. So the conditions won't be as big of an issue as just who goes out there and plays their very best game.